Well, Wilhelm, it's really nice to see you again. Gosh, I was trying to remember when we last met, maybe at KPMG's Latin America Future Leaders program in Miami.
That's correct. Yes, you had a great conference there. It's a great program. Yes.
Feels like a lifetime ago when we were able to get together in real life, though, huh?
Yeah, it's very different actually. Yes, to be meeting here on Zoom and other platforms. It's really different, the experience.
Well, it's our reality for, I guess, the foreseeable future, but it's good to see you again. Now, you were just telling me how seriously Nicaragua looks at the question of tax compliance. Tell me a bit more about that topic.
Sure. And as I mentioned, it is a real issue in Nicaragua because since February 2019, tax reform changed and shortened the deadlines to file tax returns. So actually, it's complicated to all taxpayers to meet all the deadlines. For monthly tax returns, they must be filed within the first 5 days of the following month. And the annual tax return is just 2 months after year end. So it gets kind of complicated. And it's a whole rush for the tax department and the whole accounting department of our clients just to meet and ensure that they will comply with these deadlines.
Gosh, well, look, on the one hand, I guess it's good because at least the compliance is done, but that must be extremely stressful for clients because those are really short turnarounds. How do we help clients deal with that?
Well, we have our services of tax compliance, and we actually help our clients where preparing the tax returns or reviewing what the draft of their tax returns are their internal departments are performing. And I believe, I've seen a huge change in meeting these compliance dates, especially with large clients and corporations that have, especially their accounting departments and or the financial reporting are perhaps abroad or in a shared service center of Nicaragua. So for them, it's very complicated just to even prepare the accounting information that is required to file the tax return. So that's where we come in, and I've seen a huge impact on when we start from day one of the following month to receive the information to support them in preparing with tax eyes, different from a financial perspective, just getting into the information using especially tax technology when we can have access to the accounting information as soon as they prepare it. So, and when we also assume part of the obligations and we show and share our experience dealing with the tax authority platform, virtual tax tax forms, and their rhythm is very smooth, and we really have ensured very of this compliance process.
Nice. Has the current pandemic, has that impacted people's ability to meet these deadlines or not?
Certainly. One of the major questions we receive from our clients from all over the world is whether there has been any modification on the deadlines of tax compliance by the Nicaraguan department, and the answer is no. The same deadline was maintained throughout all the pandemic, and it gets kind of complicated because the restrictions that each taxpayer are taken pretty much leads to home working and their employees not having direct access to the information, to all the tax documentation that they usually require. So for them, it's been very, very difficult, which in our case, as we already, we were already familiar with the process of performing tax compliance remotely. So, I mean, it was not much of a change for us. So, I mean, we can share that experience, and we can take and support those clients that were dealing with that change in their ordinary business.
I suppose, Wilhelm, that's caused a lot of clients that perhaps weren't using technology as effectively as others. I suppose this has been a real wake-up call for them to sort of think about how can we use technology more effectively to meet these deadlines if we're all working remotely, huh?
Of course. Well, you know better than me that KPMG has a huge platform on technology and several tools. So for the whole world, I mean, all this pandemic has raised the eyes on technology. So, I mean, technology just for communication, but what about the other areas? Now we also have technology for tax purposes, for tax compliance, and I mean, they all have showed the importance of the use.
Well, that's just fascinating, and it's really interesting just how tight those compliance deadlines are, and
Yes.
how they didn't get relaxed during the COVID times. And it's just one of those things that I guess multinational investors just have to pay attention to. It's just you just got to do it month in, month out. So I know I'm catching you at a little bit of a downtime, but I'm sure you appreciate your downtime so you can recover before the next cycle. So, Wilhelm, it was great talking to you. Thank you for this. And look, I look forward to seeing you again sometime in the near future when we're able to travel.
Well, thank you, and it will be my pleasure.